I feel like, I don't know.
I feel like what?
I feel like I look weird today.
Oh, please.
There's just like something's off. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Hey everyone, good morning. We're live with Here at the Bridge Live.
Yeah.
We were playing with the camera and stuff, and I wasn't paying
We
too much
meaning
attention.
him. I was just sitting here.
I
was just looking in the mirror trying to fix my hair.
So
thing.
I find it a little weird because I walked in the studio this morning and all of our mics are like looking straight up at the sky.
Do we look like news reporters when we do this?
No.
Back to you, Gavin.
We took down the arms because they were blocking. I mean, they were hideous. Let's face facts. They were just.
And I don't even think they saw them in the video though. But they came out and they're like
there was this giant part. Like we had to move.
It looks like a crane.
With more people want to do more videos, we got these nice little mic stands, but for some reason they're all staring at the sky, and I don't quite know why. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to the Bridge Live. I'm Gavin.
I am Elena.
And we've been having a lot of fun this week. We started a new show last weekend, Amy Mills Live, which was pretty interesting.
She's so nice.
She's a ball of energy.
She is.
She's on Saturdays and Sundays in the 9 a.m. hour. One day's at 9:30, one day's at 9 a.m.
Something like that.
Yeah, she does 2 different shows, so you got to tune in both days. So she's coming in tomorrow to record for the next few weeks because next week is 4th of July. We're not open Thursday, so I have a 3-day work week. You probably have a 3 or 4 day work week.
I have 2 because I leave Wednesday.
Where do you keep going?
I'm going to Boston for a mission trip.
She leaves like every other week, and we never know if she's here or not.
Oh my gosh, I'm only missing 3 days of work. That Wednesday, Friday, and then the Monday. I get in really late Monday night, but I'm going to bear it, and I'm going to come in on Tuesday.
So what are you doing on your Boston mission trip?
We are doing a VBS. So there is an Arabic church
wait.
there.
So you have to drive or go to Boston because there's no one?
It's been a thing that some people have done for like 13 years. They go every year, and so they're like, will you come? And I said, sure. So they go and they work with the Arabic church up there, and they have a huge conference. Like it can get up to like 500 people and they have to like rent out the whole hotel. And they go up there. Well, the kids need something to do, and so we're like kind of like glorified babysitters at that point. But we're doing a VBS, and they like love it every year.
Aren't you always a glorified babysitter?
Yeah. And so the parents go to the Arabic conference, and they do their thing, and then we like do VBS and teach the kids all that stuff. But some people come in from overseas. They come in from all around. It's wild. It's like a big thing. I don't realize how big of a thing it was.
It's like the Vacation Bible School to end all Vacation Bible schools.
And
it's
they're
like,
flying in like special speakers and stuff like from overseas, and it's fancy. So now I'm like really overwhelmed, and I'm like really nervous.
Why?
And they're like, you're gonna be great, and I'm like,
You're always so nervous, but you have no reason to be.
Because I'm supposed to be leading a class, and that's like not my forte, and like teaching's not the highest on the scale of my spiritual gifts. So, and I like know that everyone's gonna be like, well, the Lord will do anything through you, which I know, and I'm reminding myself of that. But it's like not.
You're gonna go stand in front of the class.
It's
and be like,
not my like forte. I'm more like behind the scenes administrative things. So it's like a lot.
She is good at that, by the way.
I like details and things. I don't like being on display.
Yeah, so we've been having a lot of fun here. And last week we talked about some memories, and we decided this week we're going to talk about Elena's life hacks. Because
I'm trying to think of more, but
a couple episodes ago she had talked about all these ways that she hacks life, like how to save money at restaurants and things like that. I was like,
he makes it sound so much more. I was trying to think of it, and I was like writing it down, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I like don't know of anything now. So I had to find it. Where am I? Oh, I forgot what I was doing. I have to go to Docs. Are you so proud of me? I have Google Docs on my phone. I'm so high tech.
And that's an iPhone?
Yeah.
Just get an Android. It's a lot easier.
Or I can just do this and have it pop right up. Okay, so I'm organized. You can't see it, but it's in an outline.
All right, start with the top.
Okay, so this is food. Okay, remember, I have other things, and some of these are really random that I was trying to think. I just do it in the moment, so I don't really think about it. So Chewy's, if you go Monday through Friday, they have their happy hour from 4 to 7, and it's the fully loaded nacho bar. So they have like the salsa, they have queso, they have ground beef, they have whatever. So all you have to do is just order side of tortillas, which are like $2, like not including tip, and then you can just like make tacos. Isn't that the best? And then you're eating for like $3, and you can like just full on, just however many tortillas you have, you can just like eat that many tacos. And you fill up on the chips and like the creamy jalapeno, the salsa, and then you fill up on that, so then you don't even have to eat all your food. Even if you get a meal, like sometimes I'll get like be fancy and like not go during happy hour, and I'll like get a burrito, and then I'll like kind of load up on some more chips, and then you eat half of the burrito, and then you have more for the next day.
I love it. She's so excited. Like she's like, yes. See, I didn't know, but that's what started this. When she was talking to me, her hacks at Chewy's. Like I don't ever go to Chewy's ever, but I would go just to see this happen. Do you just go in and order a couple tortillas and you get to eat off the nacho bar?
Kind of, yeah. Just order a couple tortillas. Well, we're like, can I get some tortillas? And I'm like, yeah. And I don't know how many they give you. I think they give you like 4 or something. But it's only like $1 and some cents or $2 or whatever. I don't know about the tax and whatnot. But yeah. And then my thing is, I know people like to save room on apps, like on their phone. It's definitely not have that many apps, but I have a good amount of food apps. And I have my boyfriend log into the same account, so when he goes, we double up, so we go back and forth. So like if he'll go to Waterbury one day and I'll like go the next week or something, then we get more visits, so then we get more rewards. And on the Chick-fil-A app, you don't even have to go and like scan it. They'll give you free stuff randomly. Like I just got a free breakfast entree the other week, and I like haven't been to Chick-fil-A in a while.
They're just like, hey, come back and visit
Yeah, they're
us.
like, hey, like we need your business. You should come back. And then you feel bad. They were like just getting the free entree, so then you like order a side of hash browns or whatever for breakfast, which is what I do, and I always like feel bad, so I end up spending like $2, but still, that's $2, and you got like 2 things. So you're really living life large. And then hold on.
So that one I have to agree is a good one. Having one account on food apps and having most people use it.
Yeah.
I think that's a really smart idea.
And if you have that app, you need to, and other people don't really care because like people don't care, and it just like boggles my mind. But I get the receipts because they have the code on there that you can enter in later, and some food places will only have you do or only let like 3 orders in like 1 hour or something like that you can log in. But just hang on to that for like the day, and then like every hour just like put it in and just trash the receipts, and then you have like 15 whatever. If you go with a big group, whatever, you have a bunch of receipts where you can just like rack up the rewards. So just take other people's receipts and they don't care.
Interesting.
Yeah, and always look at your receipt because at like Whataburger at the bottom, or like at Chick-fil-A at the bottom, they'll be like, oh, fill out this thing and you can get a free whatever entree with if you buy fries or whatever, kind of thing. So
see, I've never done that. I've always got the receipts that do that, but I'm like,
people get so lazy about it. I'm like, it's literally so easy. All you have to do is call. Oh, and like at Sonic, they'll give you the free Route 44. I haven't seen as many, which Sonic you need to do better because that's what I thrived off of. But then you just do that.
No, Sonic's gone downhill. I actually had to email the person on the receipt because so I had 3 horrible visits. The first time I got a sundae, and they brought it to me in the sundae lid with a soda cup on top because they were out of cups. So I got like a third of a sundae, and they just said, okay, sorry, whatever. The next time I went, it was a 20-minute wait for a hamburger. And then the last time I went, which was last week, I ordered the boneless wings, and I wanted to try the Oreo cookie. Oh, we don't have any Oreo. Okay, well, give me an Oreo shake.
Did you do the same one every single time?
No, this is 3 different ones. So Oreo shake, okay. So I paid for it. They come out. Oh, they shouldn't have sold you that because we're cleaning our ice cream machine. I was like, really? You're advertising ice cream on every stall, and you're cleaning your machine at prime time?
Yeah, I was like in the middle of the day.
No, it was in the evening.
Still, like you're
was
still open for business. Like why?
So then I got I changed it all. I got home and my little thing was like a boat of barbecue sauce with some chicken in it. Like it was soup, and the fries were from yesterday. I swear to God, they were so hard. I have a video of me trying to break a fry with 2 fingers. It's gross. So I actually had to email them.
That's not okay.
I wrote all 3 of the horrible stories the past month.
Oh my gosh.
Haven't heard a word from Sonic.
It's funny because I went to Sonic the other day and I tried, because it wasn't happy hour. My brother was like, hey, can you grab me a drink on your way here? And I said, yeah, sure. So I went, and so I got the Sonic app. By the way, Sonic app, he has horror stories, but I only have a couple of them from Sonic. But if you get the app and you order drinks through the app, they're always half off instead of just having to go 2 to 4 for the half price drinks.
This is the fries.
Ew.
Look how old they are. And look, here I'm trying to break it. It snaps.
And it's like dry on the inside.
Hollow.
That's how you know. Did you send that to them? Because you should.
I did. I haven't heard word from them since I did that.
You should harass them. Don't worry. I got you.
Anyways.
But, and then I used the app, and it like the app was kind of not working. It was like check in, so I checked in and it like wouldn't work. And then eventually they brought it out, so I was like, okay, I guess it went through. But my brother went and he like pressed the button, and then like no one talked for like 5 minutes, and he got there at like it was like 3:50 something. It was like right before happy hour ended. And then he's like, okay, no one's answering. So he rang it again. It was like 4:04. And they're like, sorry, no, because, like, you did it after 4. He's like, no, I did it before, but no one picked up. And so they were like, didn't give it to me. He's like, okay, whatever, I'm leaving. Like, this is ridiculous. And so he's like, it's not worth it. I'm not giving you my money. But I haven't had that bad of experiences. The one at my house is, like, good old Crystal. She's the best bellhop.
Oh, you know them by name at her house.
Yeah.
She's like, yes. All right, what else do you have on your list?
We went a lot growing up because it was just right around the corner. Let's see. So shopping, the same thing. Okay, if you ever want to go like downtown and do something like kayaking or stand up paddleboarding or something, go to Groupon and get it there because it's like so much cheaper. Just as like a side note. And
Groupon is a love-hate thing for me. Like I love it because
I don't use it a lot. I use it
gets people
like
in there, but Groupon really puts it to the people that are advertising on Groupon because when you see, hey, here's a buy one get one free meal.
Yeah.
And you go and you're paying for one meal, Groupon's taking half that money. So that restaurant's making a quarter of what they should make. So some people
have run more than what they would have.
But these people don't come back. They're trying to get people in to keep coming back, but most of the time people just don't come back. So they really are kind of losing out in the end.
See, the only time I've ever used Groupon is I got a spa. I'll have my mom get like a spa certificate, whatever, for my sister-in-law for Christmas, and then like kayaking. And it's always worked out really well, and we're like,
oh, it is
keep
fun.
using that and stuff. I've never used it for anything like that because I just didn't know it.
I use it for Austin Aquarium or like that bowling place.
Yeah,
Bob's
like I
Fish
think
Bowl.
things like that. Yeah, I wanted to try that. I haven't done that yet, but
It's
things
fun.
like that, I find really fun. And then if you're into like going green with things and like making sure like your stuff doesn't have chemicals in it, like I've been a lot more aware of like what's in all my like products in my house and food and everything. There's an app, and there's one by the Environmental Working Group. It's called Healthy Living, and then there's another one that's called it's called Think Dirty, which like sounds funny because it's like super ironic. But you scan products and it'll kind of like tell you like what's in them and what they rate them, and it kind of talks about how they rate them as far as like what's in them, what you're putting in your body, like chemicals and all the random stuff that like your body like probably shouldn't be absorbing like on your skin or like consuming. So those are really cool. I really, really like those. And, yeah, those have made my life a lot easier because then I don't have to research.
What was the most
do
disturbing thing you discovered in your house off that?
It's more about, like, what was the question?
What was the most disturbing thing you discovered you were using based off that app?
I think my face wash actually, because that one was the one product like in my house that had like one of the worst ratings, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I use that every day. Like that's gross. And I was like reading about it, and there's just like a lot of like stuff that like my body doesn't need to be absorbing. It's so nasty.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, it's wild. And then I told you this one. But when traveling, what I like to do, because I like to be prepared, because that's just who I am as a person, and I don't want to like travel with just a bunch of like pill bottles because like that doesn't look good.
Oh, I love this one.
Even if it's just like over the counter like Benadryl and stuff. So you get, I have one. I should have brought it in. But you get like the Sunday through Saturday like pill bottles, just like if you were to take them every day, and then you fill each day up with a different thing. So like one's Tylenol, one's Benadryl, one's ibuprofen, one's, I forgot all the rest of the things.
How many pills do you take with you on vacation?
I'm just saying, like, you never know. And so you just fill out, it's only like one slot, so there's what, like 7 maybe? Like 7
How many 7 pills?
Well, if I'm going with a group or something, and like I like to be prepared, Gavin, okay? Jeez, this guy. Or like road trips or something, you feel like you're going for a good amount of time, like there you go. But it makes it so much easier because it's literally like this big and you're not...
Yeah.
And it doesn't shake. Oh, when you do that, get a cotton ball, rip off little pieces and put it in there so that way the pills don't shake and then you don't sound like a drug mule. And
See why I thought this would be such a great show? Like, this is hilarious. You're learning
But that's
things.
it's so much easier when you travel. I did it to Seattle. I'm going to do it again whenever I go to Boston. And like not customs, but like it's totally approved like whenever you go through airport security and stuff. Oh, and within that, I get the directions, like whether it's on like the cardboard packaging or whatever, and I put just clear tape, so like really like cheap laminating, and I put it in there so you never forget like how many you should be taking and stuff. And that way you can be like, listen, I'm prepared. I got you. Also going off and traveling, if you don't have so one of my worst fears is, I never really check a lot of bags unless it like comes with the plane ticket, like half the time it's like one free carry-on, so I just do that and I just like pack really good, really well. And like if you ever have to check, so when I went to Seattle, we were gonna just take our bags on because it's just cheaper that way. But when you get to I don't know if this is with all airlines or just some, but when you go through security and stuff, you can go up to your gate and be like, hey, can I, check this bag? And they'll be like, yeah, sure. And they'll put the little thing on it and you don't have to pay anything. But it's like after you get through security, because half the time they'll have like too many carry-on bags and stuff that they like want to get rid of. But going off of that, you always pack zip ties with you. Because if you do have to put it under there, you can zip tie, like if it's a suitcase and you have the zipper, zip tie the zipper, or I have a Vera Bradley, so it's just one zipper and this like little like thing, so I like zip tie it really hard. And that way, if it comes off or like it's broken off and like something's missing, you know that they like stole something. Preferably that doesn't happen, hopefully there's good people out there. But that way and you don't have to worry about it, because if they break the zip tie, then you're like, okay, well someone went into my bag. Just saying. Like, I can't afford to get one of those fancy ones. I can't afford to get one of those fancy suitcases that have a lock on it. Like, I'm not made of money.
You could buy a little miniature lock for your suitcase.
Yeah, but mine doesn't have, like, a place to lock it. Like, on my Vera one, it's just one zip. And so, like, there's not another thing to, like, zip it attached to. I don't even know how to explain. And it's just, like, this little, like, flaggy fabric thing. It's just, like, this flap. So I tie it through the zipper around that, and I just yank as hard as I can so it doesn't come out.
Because I can't wait for her to have a family and learn more life hacks, because they're going to be set.
And then people are always like, okay, like pack socks inside shoes to save space. But not only that, it also keeps the shape of your shoe so it doesn't get messed up whenever you're traveling. So you should do that. And then you like, depending on the shoe, you like lay them as strategic.
Play-Doh shoes? They just fall out of shape or what?
Well, sometimes like I have like a little pair of like booties, and the top kind of comes up further, and so it kind of like is not as structured, so it kind of bends. Sometimes shoes bend, Gavin.
You wear baby shoes?
No, booties, like the little like.
That's what you put on baby's feet.
No, they're boots, but they just like are ankle, and they're called booties. I'm not crazy. You can ask every female out there; they know.
I'm sure they do.
Okay, and then this one I use a lot because I'm kind of a mess. Grease stains. So like if you're eating a burger and it like drips and you're like, oh man, it's grease stain. Grease stains are seriously the worst to have to get out.
I've lost plenty of clothes to grease stains.
Not anymore, Gavin.
Okay, I gotta hear this.
This is an infomercial. Okay, you get like Dawn or like dish soap and you put it on there and just kind of rub it in a little bit, let it soak, because dish soap gets out grease like off of pans and pots and whatever. Uh-huh. And then you just put it on your clothes, let it sit for a while or overnight or however long, and then you throw it in the washer and it comes right out. And I don't know about like all fabrics. I don't know if you should like do it like on silk or whatever. But all the things that I've tried it on, it's worked like a charm. And I've literally never lost another item to grease stains.
How did you learn that one?
I have no idea. That's a great question. I don't remember.
Grease fighting power. Let me try this on my clothes.
You're like, perfect. It's weird and it works every single time. So you should try that one next time.
I will try that one next time.
Pour it and then just rub it in and stuff. It's the best. And then, so that's all I have for today. I probably have more, but I really have to think it through. Because I'm like trying to remember all the things I do in life that are interesting.
I love it. It's time saving, it's money saving, it's space saving. It's things that most people don't think about. And that's why I thought this would be fun to do Elena's life hacks for an episode.
I'll try to think of more, and then I can like do a couple every show or something. Or next.
Think of more. We'll do a part 2.
Oh, perfect.
In a couple weeks we'll do a part 2. Because next week we're going to talk about recipes for 4th of July. Fun things to cook, because I love doing that stuff.
Yeah, I had to find a recipe.
Well, I can handle a bunch of recipes, and we'll put it on as part of a blog, because I'm going to get Elena to write her tips as a blog too, so you can always find it on our website.
Oh my gosh, wait, that's so cute, and I'll update it.
Oh my god, really?
Oh my gosh, wait.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, so we've been having a lot of fun. Yeah. It's time for our Dave report.
Yeah.
Dave has been fighting with our computer system. We get most of our shows via this system called Ambassador Advertising, and they send us a box. It's called an Amboss unit, and it sends us programs over the internet. Well, we've been fighting with it because our Amboss unit doesn't seem to want to be downloading a bunch of shows, so he's been downloading some shows off the internet. It's been pretty hilarious. He's like, it's just not working, Gavin. This computer hates us. I'm like, of course it hates us.
He's not one with technology either, which
No,
is kind of funny. It's funny because he's in radio, but he like also like is just like not about.
But see, Dave is old school radio. Back when it was reel-to-reel days, like tape days. So nowadays it's like he's just kind of like, I don't know, I'm done.
I mean, everything's always changing too, so you like have to keep up, and you're just like.
He doesn't know how to use his phone very well. He uses it for phone calls and text messages. Androids don't even get started.
Androids are so hard to use. I just can't operate them.
Let me tell you a story. Oh, I was the only one with an Android phone for the longest time, and I was the only one who didn't have problems. Like, you can open our app in my Android phone, and there's back buttons and everything. You open an iPhone, you don't know what to do.
It's literally just sitting there. All it does is messages and, like, phone, and then whatever else you do. It's very simple. Androids, you have to, like...
Anyways.
I need a map to navigate them.
And I bring in my laptop, which is a PC, and I have no problems. They bring in their MacBooks, and they don't know how to print.
I do not understand MacBooks at all. I could never have. That thing is just like... I don't know how people do it. It is so crazy. And the upkeep on that thing is probably really expensive because it's Apple.
Yeah.
I mean, on my phone, I just keep them until they like completely shatter or break down or software's super out of date and where it's just like done. I never update or anything because I'm lazy.
That's been our episode.
Wait, how's your life? You didn't get to talk. I talk a lot today.
No, today was an episode about Elena.
No, I don't like that. Well, how's your week going?
My week has been going fine.
That's so good. Wow, that was so much detail. Wow, I really feel like I grasped
I'm on
your
these pills that make me really thirsty. Like, I think I drank the entire jug of water yesterday off the cooler.
Yeah, because it's empty.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, man. What if I need to fill my water
We could
bottle
change
again? It. I don't know how to change those.
You take it off, you put a new one on.
Yeah, but like, have you ever seen 30 Rock?
Yes.
You know the episode where she's like, women can do everything, and they're like, okay, then like you don't need her help to change out the water jug. She's like, okay, so she had this cap, and she's like putting it on there, and it's just spilling out, and there's just like a puddle of water, and there's like an ounce of water left in the thing. That's how I feel like it would happen for me.
I could change it for you.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I've never had to change it. I've like never really been in a place where they had one.
Ooh, Dave's looking at us. So I guess it's time to go.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
We are wrapping up here at the Bridge. Check us out online at thebridgeaustin.com. Download our app. Search for the Bridge Austin Radio in the app stores and have some fun with us. And that's it for this week. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.